Hello and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal, where last time we fused our first persona, among other things, but I think the most noteworthy thing is that we fused our first personas together, and we had our first therapy session with, the Counselor of Dreams, which wasn't a pleasant experience, but hey, it gave me the chance to tell some stories, so that's always a plus. Now, where we left off last time is that we were in a predicament where we needed to craft a temperance, I think it's called a temperance persona, in order to actually gain to significantly advance our relationship with Kawakami, because for as much as we don't want to pursue that line of inquiry, I've been told that people that her abilities that you gain by forwarding her friendship is, if that's what you want to call it, are extremely beneficial, and it's definitely worth it to spend time with her even if you don't actually want to, much like with the counselor up here. So the problem is that we don't have a temperance persona, and in order to actually craft a temperance persona, we have to make some sacrifices. So I've looked at all the possibilities, and our only options here are to either get rid of the counselor persona in order to make a temperance persona, which that's not happening because we just made this, so we're gonna say no to that one. And then we can also get rid of the death persona, which I don't want to do because I want to keep making progress with Takemi. We can also craft a one out of a chariot persona and a lover persona, which I'll get back to in a second. And then same thing in reverse with lover, chariot, or death. Magician, we can't do anything noteworthy here or here, and then moon we can just skip for the temperance. So it's not a preferable option, but what I'm going to do is first things first. I am going to fuse my magician persona with my moon persona, because this will result us in the exact same lover's persona that we already have, which will therefore allow us to sacrifice our current lover's persona in order to get a temperance persona by merging it with our chariot. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because the game told me you can't hang out with Ryuji for a while. So the way I see that is if the game isn't going to let us hang out with Ryuji for a while, then we don't need a chariot persona, because the only reason we have this chariot persona is so that we can increase our relationship with Ryuji at a faster rate. So if the game isn't even going to let us do that, then there's no point in having this on our person at the moment. So the plan here, and admittedly it's a bit of a gamble, is to fuse the lover persona with the chariot persona to craft a temperance persona, in the hopes that we will get to infiltrate a palace at some point very soon, so that we can replenish our supply of chariot persona, as well as the additional materials we need in order to craft a faith persona, so we can forward our relationship with the growing man at the park. And that's the game plan moving forward. So we're gonna start off by fusing lovers and chariot together,
but not impressive,
and giving it a shot. Use your skills to inherit. Yep, going through the whole thing again. This definitely we're gonna want this, and always want this. This could be good. I want this though. I'm gonna go with that, and this as well. Your respective confident relationship is at ranked 1 will receive new power. Are you certain this persona is acceptable? Go ahead, let's do it. It may seem very counterintuitive. I don't need to see them actually get their heads chopped off. It may seem counterintuitive to ditch the chariot persona for this, but my logic is that if the game isn't going to let me hang out with Ryuji for a while, I don't need the chariot persona. Whereas I do want to start quickly advancing my relationship with Kawakami so we can actively work toward getting her stats up as quickly as possible. So that's my reasoning there. And it's also because I can actually replace my lover's persona, so I won't lose anything in the process. And I'm going to do that right now by merging. And I know that this is going to sacrifice the thing that I can get by turning this into by turning it into the twins or whatever to get a bonus. It's fine because I don't think there's for one, I think it's worth it to get this as opposed to the reward. But for another, I'm pretty sure there's no time limit on that reward, so we can just catch another Jack Frost at some point and turn that into them. So that's our game plan here. This will get us back to the status quo, so let's fuse these together like so. To reset it all back to where it was previously. We're gonna go with this. And what is this? Light crystal damage to one foe. That could be good. Okay, let's do it. And again, don't need to see this. Okay, so in summary, as a result of everything that we just did right there, after this cutscene finishes, we now, okay, yeah, thanks, can I, yeah, yep, level up, I got it, okay. We have our Counselor persona to spend time with, Maruki. We have our Death persona to spend time with Takemi. We have an Emperor persona for some reason. We have this persona for Kawakami, and this persona for An. We don't have one for Ryuji right now, but we shouldn't need one for Ryuji because the game isn't going to let me spend time with him as far as I'm aware. So, now all we need to do is make these last long enough for the next palace run. Then when we go to the next palace, we gotta find personas so that we can get our chariot back so we can actually forward his relationship. Also, the game's like 1,000 hours long, so even if we lose some time spending time with them right now, we can make up for it later, I'm sure. I don't think there's any regular rush to do that, so I think we'll be fine in that regard. And then we also need to get stuff to craft the Faith persona so we can actually spend time with the person we really want to spend time with. And with that, I think that covers all our bases. So, now we can finally head out and actually continue on with the rest of the game.
What?
Yes, I'm heading back already. Goodbye. Bye, see you later. I'm sure I'll see you at some point in the future. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I'm curious to how many people are going to be displeased with the decisions I've made there, but I think I've presented my reasoning for why I made the choices that I did, and hopefully they don't go over too poorly with you guys. I think I made decent choices there. I could heavily regret them soon, but for the time being, I think my choices are well versed in reasoning. All right, so now that we've done all that, let's actually make use of what we did and give her a ring. Actually, first, let me check to see if there's any. Oh, crossword puzzle.
Hey.
Yes, I'm gonna play crossword puzzles. May as well. It's always good to check. Always good to give it a check. Label for an unparalleled artist. We can form maker. Oh, master. Okay, that's easy enough. Master, the master of the arts, if you will. And we are done. Nice and easy. They're gonna get insanely hard at some point, I'm sure. Most often using the phrase master of the arts, it's reserved for artists with incredible skill and techniques that grew to be heavily influential in their mediums. One of the most prolific masters in painting, Pablo Picasso, also has one of the longest full names in art history, 103 letters total.
Alright. I see.
And again, with the whole, you can figure that one out. At this point, it's losing its impact. Point up. Alrighty. And with that, now we can give Kawakami a ring. Because I've been told that her abilities are super awesome. I really hope that that's true, because good lord almighty, this is going to be awkward in the meantime. Hi, this is Becky. Oh, wait, it's you. Have you been studying? Don't start slacking off just because you're done with exams, okay? Says the person who's letting me slack off in her class. It'll cost you 5,000 yen to request me, but this time it'll be sure to do an extra good job. I feel like I've become closer. Alright.
Hey.
It's also possible. First off, I need to actually make sure I accept, I equip this. There we go. Equip it. I don't actually know if I have to have it equipped in order to, it might just be enough to have it on my person, and that would be enough to advance the relation, and rank up the confidant. I don't know if you have to have it equipped or if you just have to have it on you, but it's better safe than sorry. Now, I probably need to start working more so I can actually afford these visits, but, you know, it's fine. You're really going to request me? I'll head right over now, then. Appreciate it if you cleaned up a little first, that'll make my job easier for sure. Said the maid. I love cleaning sophisticated rooms like this. It gives me a sense of accomplishment. If it's for you, Master, I'll happily be covered in dust. That's okay. But then, doesn't it pain your heart to see such a cute maid all dirty? Oh, sure. We'll say what you want to hear so we can keep your spirits high, so we can get those abilities that we need quickly. Ah, Master, even though your room is messy, your heart is so clean. I'll go ahead and get this over with, then. My thoughts exactly, get it over with. I'm glad we see eye to eye on this. This'll do, right? Keeping it a little messy for that shabby chic feel, you know? And now, cleaning complete. Alrighty then. And now you're gone. That's my bed. That's your, what do you, contrary to popular belief, using the bed was not a part of this request. That was not a part of the deal. Not allowed to work overtime during weekdays, so I rushed to my part-time job after class ends. On my off days, I have to prepare pop quizzes and homework assignments. And today I had to clean bathtubs and walk dogs before coming here. There's no time to rest. Speaking of pets, this room smells like a cat. I feed a lot of strays around my house. I'm surprised you requested me. I didn't think you actually would. Yeah, well, I didn't think you would actually try to take a nap in my bed, so we're all getting surprises today. You weren't expecting to do anything weird with me, were you? No, I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping we wouldn't, actually. Which is why I find it extremely curious as to why you're on my bed right now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That wasn't even on the table. As long as you understand. I know I'm in a maid outfit, but I'm still your teacher, so don't get any funny ideas. I was not planning on. I promise you. I promise you, it was nowhere in the cards. Not even within a light year away. Besides, I try not to get too. Oh, by the way, that trail looks shit. But besides, I try not to get too involved with my students. Well, you could do more than just trying not to, there, Kawakami. Need a nap. Okay, great. Can you do that somewhere else? Not on my. I get that I paid you 5,000 yen, but you don't need to. Ugh. And before you know what, time's up. Thank you very much. Oh, hey, do you know of any part-time jobs to pay well? I have 3 of them, and they all have not fired me yet for some reason. I assume you make a lot since you can afford a maid service. Well, let me know if you do. What's it for? Well,
You know.
it's for my little sister. She's sick, so I need money to pay her medical expenses. And that would certainly explain some things, yep. Hello? Yes, I made the transfer.
What?
Not enough, but it was the same amount as last week. Yo, yes, I understand. Okay, goodbye. Oh, wrong number. You don't have to lie to me. I can clearly hear what you're talking about. Sorry to ask you this out of the blue, but do you happen to have 100,000 yen I could borrow? No, I don't. What? Wait, never mind. Owing one of my students money would be the worst. Hey, you have some money, but be mindful of how you spend it. You shouldn't be wasting it on services like this. Are you scolding me? I need the money, so I do appreciate you requesting me. However, you're my student, so if we were to get involved, further things could be complicated. Oh, let me make this crystal clear. We draw the line right here. We're not going any further than this. The line is getting drawn in the sand right here. It stops dead in its tracks before we go any further than this. We're crystal clear on that. We're on the same page here. You taking a nap in the bed is as far as this is gonna go. And I didn't even want you to do that, just so we're clear. So, this isn't going any further, we're not making this weird, okay? This is not getting I mean, well, it'll get Persona weird, but it's not gonna get Danganronpa weird. I hope anyway. Because there's 2 different kinds of weird. I did warn you, the rest is your responsibility at your high school after all. Thanks, I noticed. I can sense Kawakami's trust in me. Yeah, don't worry. We are not doing anything weird in this department. That's not happening in a million years. You will now earn more XP from a kind of burst while using personas. Yep. Alright. There's 3 more to go. Well, see you later, Master.
Okay.
Kawakami left. Oh, that went well. I suppose. Everyone calls me after the fact. Is this Master? Thank you for using our service today. I really want to do a lot more cleaning for you. Is that okay, Master? What? What's wrong? Little old Becky's just working hard so she gets to see her master again. Sorry, no, it's not part of the job. No, I don't think you understand. So, what's happening here is I'm doing this because you need money and because I need abilities. This isn't one of your normal gigs. This ain't how this works. This is driving me insane. I'm just gonna drop the sales talk. Crap, the manager's coming. I hope you'll request me again sometime. Bye-bye. You can drop the facade around me. I'm not interested in that. Alright. These abilities better be worth it, man. Let me tell you. These abilities better be really worth it.
We're getting started.
Oh joy, my favorite. It's been getting humid lately, huh? It's times like these when you've just gotta push through the funk. Don't let the weather get to you. Well, that was the plan anyway. Then I got police officers asking what I was up to. Do I really look that suspicious? Yes. Oh, speaking of looks, have any of you seen someone you thought was cute and immediately decided they must be nice too? That thought process is totally normal, but if not always accurate. There's even a name for it.
How about you?
Any guesses? No. What do you think the name for this phenomenon is? I refuse to believe this is a coincidence. That's not, you didn't, okay. Okay. Yeah, huh? Yep, yep. Alrighty then. Well, with these options, I would guess this. Not because it has that word in it, but because, logically speaking, you imagine a halo ring around someone's head, and it's like, oh, they must be an angel kind of thing, so I'm gonna go with that.
This is it.
Hope it is. Correct, I'm surprised you knew. I'm surprised I knew. You get distracted by superficial qualities, and your broader perception of someone can get biased. Once you get that far, it's hard to make totally objective judgments. Like, that person is quiet, so they must be scary, stuff like that. Oh, he actually knew that? Maybe I should ask if I can borrow his notes. Here, there's... It's the golden triangle of quotes. You'll always get one. Maybe you'll get more of reactions to me answering questions. At a certain point, you must accept that I just answer things correctly, apparently. Halo effect isn't at all bad, but I recommend you give people the chance to define themselves instead of making snap judgments. Interestingly enough, that same mantra could be applied to the Halo fanbase in general. What? After all, I'll be ashamed if your biases kept you from noticing something truly wonderful about someone, right? Plenty of terrible people out look perfectly decent on the outside. But Lady Ann looks perfect, and she is perfect. Nyahaha. Alrighty then. Whew. We survived another class with Maruki. It's raining. Is the old man snoring in that case? Weather very well may have the same effect on mementos as it has on humans. You keep mentioning humans, but I don't. I think we're gonna be fine in that regard. Anyway, so I guess we need to get to work if we want to be able to keep affording. If we want to be able to keep affording sessions with Kawakami, I guess we gotta get to work. I mean, our choices here are, I guess. So our choices here are basically we can either spend time with Takemi, or we can go to work, or we can, I guess, study in the library. Well, I guess we don't need to go to the library anymore. We can go to the we can go to that diner place. So that's what I'm torn between right now is either going to the diner to study, hang out with Takemi, or going to work to afford money so we can actually, because I'd like to be able to get rid of the get through Kawakami's Persona Confidant upgrades as quickly as possible so that we can move on. But you know, we'll see how that shakes out, I suppose. So, I'm really torn. I'm not sure what to do. Actually, can we hang out with her at night? I don't know if we're... I haven't actually tried. I don't know, because we were able to hang out with Ryuji at night, right? Because I guess technically speaking, because you'd think the answer would be yes, obviously, but also the universe being the only reason we're able to hang out with her is because we go there during business hours. I don't know if our business hours extend into the nighttime, so I don't know if we can... Well, you know what? Tell you what, it'll be a learning experience. What we'll do, here's what we'll do. We'll go to work at one of the many places in which we have a job. We worked at the flower shop last time, so today we'll go work at the 777. Of course. We'll go work here. Just kind of mix it up a little bit. I mean, I have the jobs, may as well actually work at my jobs. Keeping you cool this summer, Soothing Soba is now on sale.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to go to work because we need to... You can raise your charm by learning how to handle customers. You want to work this part-time job? Absolutely I do. I will work this part-time job. Oh, you're coming in today? That would be so helpful. I know I've said it before, but I don't think I've properly applied the emphasis of how fortunate I am that these people still employ me even though I barely come into work at all. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Oh! Hey there!
Hey!
Oh, I didn't know you work here. The cat, I can't hide the UI, I don't think, but the cat is just staring at us through the window on the left, and that's actually kind of disturbing. If I walked into this as a customer, and I saw that cat staring into my soul, I'd run the other direction as fast as I could. That actually happened one time. I promise this won't be a story, because it'll be a story, but it won't be a long, ranty story, it'll just be a quick thing. I came home, when I was in middle school, no, it was high school, I came home from school one day, and there was just a cat sitting in the windowsill outside our house, just staring at me. It wasn't inside the house, it was just sitting on the windowsill outside, just staring, you know, just chilling. And it was like, it was a cat, it was harmless, it wasn't gonna do anything to me, it was probably one of the neighbors. But just coming home and seeing that, just sitting on the windowsill, just chilling, with its eyes kind of, like, with the eyelids drooped and just staring into your soul, it's just like, alright, I'm gonna just go over there before you rip my soul out, thank you very much. But yeah, it would be creepy. Anyway. Aren't the uniforms so cute here? They look like strawberries. You're really working the look, too. Yeah, fun fact, they actually smell like strawberries, too. Full on Lotso mode. Alright, see you at the cashier. Wait, that'd be where I am, right? Okay. Welcome back. There's a lot of sweets here, so it took me a while to decide what I wanted. Okay, keep up with the good work. Bye! Alrighty then. Good work out there. You gotta learn how to be considerate of others while they're dealing with customers. Well, that's easy when the customer is your friend. That wasn't exactly all that challenging. Hey, we ranked up our charm! How about that?
Alright.
Your charm has increased from head turning to suave.
Want to head back?
You're almost done, right? Let's get your pay in and go home. Alright, neato. Our pay is increased. I'll change and go home. We're gonna need to do a lot in order to make up for, the amount we're gonna have to be spending on her, excuse me, sessions. And who might that be? The exhibition ends tomorrow. Madarame must have had his change of heart by now, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. So far, nobody's come charging us with anything, yeah? But wouldn't he wait to press charges till after the exhibition? What should we do if someone contacts us about it tomorrow? Try asking Yusuke. He's still staying with Madarame, right? Oh, that's right. Where is Yusuke? Wonder if we'll be okay with Madarame. Sorry I'm late to contact you all. It seems something will certainly be happening tomorrow. Madarame's on the phone as we speak. What do you mean, something? I'm guessing he's going to organize a press conference to announce his sins to the world. I believe he's preparing for a media announcement. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. It's a media announcement so that he can confess his sins to the world. Alrighty, the exhibition is finally ending tomorrow. I'm sure things will work out fine this time too. Of course they will. I have no doubt. Oh, we have a message. Who might that message be from? Calories for you, Master. Okay. I'll provide you with some calories, Master. It's Becky, the delivery maid. The maid's cooking option includes together with a maid. It's on sale with the request of fee. It's only 5,000 yen. What? I feel like I'm become closer with Kawakami thanks to the temperance persona. Okay. What? You accepted Kawakami's deal. Be sure to accept her invitation until you gain her trust, okay? Okay, I'll do that later, but first, the plan was to try to spend time with Takemi. I tell you what, if we can't spend time with Takemi, then we will do your thing. Oh, okay, she's here. Can we spend time with you? Maybe? Okay. There's our answer. We can't spend time with you at night.
Take care.
Duly noted. Okay. Good to know. That's good information to have. So now that we know that, we'll go back and we'll spend time with her. So let's accept her request. Yeah, and request her. Alrighty, let's do it. I was really I mean, seriously, I'm so happy. Please wait for me with an empty stomach. Whatever you say. Yeah, so I didn't,
Master.
I was hoping we'd be able to, but I guess now we know that some people you can spend time with at night, sometimes some people you can't. But although she was still there, so it was kind of odd that we couldn't, whatever. Well, did you enjoy the maid's cooking and together with the maid services I provided today? The high-end cup noodles really do make a difference, don't they? Again, just say the things that she wants us to say to keep spirits high. I'll tell you to agree, Master. They are pretty complicated, though. It says to drain the hot water once and leave the sauce packet on the lid so it gets warm. Don't request me if you're going to complain. I literally just said that they make it. You didn't. I thought I warned you already. Why would you request me again? Technically this, because we've passed the curiosity phase. Curiosity phase is over. We have surpassed that. We know what this entails now. The reason is because I want to get your confidant abilities that are apparently super good, but I can't get those without spending time with you. And slacking off technically constitutes an ability, so this one? Are they sure that's really the reason? Yes. I guess I'm in no position to complain since I'm making money from it. Yeah, bite the hand that feeds you kind of thing. We had a faculty meeting just the other day. Why did they have to last so long?
Jeez.
Thanks to the Phantom Thieves, the students have been really restless lately. Teachers can't agree on what to do about them with the Phantom Thieves. You mean the people that approximately 8% of students actually believe in? I wish they talked more about our bonus instead. I heard they might even cut the teachers' salaries. I'm just... Why... What? Okay, I guess I'll do... I mean, I plan to do this anyway, so may as well. Really? I'll continue to serve you with all my might, Master. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't pick up more shifts. Yeah, me too. Jesus. Okay, bye. Hello.
What?
How much? I can't. Yes, but that's true. Sure. I understand. It's my responsibility after all. Oh, did you hear that? Haha, yeah, I'm a little behind my sister's medical bills. Yeah, so I've heard. You have it rough. Are they that expensive? Don't overdo it. These are all shitty options. I guess this one. Apparently it's because it's some crazy incurable disease, so there's a lot of fees and extra charges. That's why it would really help if you requested me more. Never mind, you're a student, I can't keep relying on you. You shouldn't keep relying on me, but I'm here to help anyway. Because I can apparently get some super awesome abilities in return. Feel free to call me to do housework. It doesn't have to be through the maid service. I live close by, so I can stop over whenever you need me. Besides, I'm worried that you can't do or cook or do laundry because you don't have your parents. Oh, and if your friends suddenly come over, I can always leave out the back way. I feel like Kawakami's kindness. Alright, this is going better than I expected, to be honest. It's going a lot better than I expected.
Right.
I was really hoping we'd be able to spend time with Takemi tonight, but, you know, it's fine. You can now hire Kawakami to help out at home by brewing coffee or doing laundry. She will help you save time. Okay? That requires money, of which we don't have. I mean, we'll have more of it once we go to our next palace infiltration, but currently we have very little. This isn't how it's supposed to go. In any case, I need to talk to my boss about giving me more shifts. I need to get requested more.
Good night.
Well, I didn't expect her to have that kind of a backstory. Everyone calls me after... Is this the master? Thank you for using our service today. You don't... I thought we went over this. You don't need to keep up the facade around me. You can't just eat cup noodles, right? You need balanced nutrients. Maybe next time you can try some of my homemade cooking instead. Seriously, though, you're still young, so you really need to eat properly. Thanks. Lovely. You can thank me once you start making actual improvements. I mean, you're so very welcome. You don't have to... You can draw out the persona, please. I mean, I get how funny that is to say in a game that's called Persona, but you know what I mean. I mean, considering how much you spent on requesting me, you can probably afford some good food. I hope you'll request me again sometime. Bye-bye! Yeah, we want to cycle through this confidant thing as quickly as possible. We definitely don't want to linger here. The quicker we get through her thing, the better. Whereas with... Because it's two sides of the same coin. Like, on the one hand, it's like, you don't want to do it, so you put it off, which is what I'm kind of doing with Maruki, to be honest with you. And on the other hand, you have her, which is like, okay, let's just get this over with as fast as possible. It's two different ways of dealing with something you really aren't super keyed in about, but you know it's going to benefit you in the long run, so it's just whatever. What's up with that old geezer?
Is he crying?
I have committed crimes that are unbecoming of an artist. Plainly put, I plagiarized work. I tainted this country's art world and even Sayuri. How could I possibly apologize to everyone for what I've done?
He's crying way too much.
And that was from the urgent apology conference by Madarame that took place just a moment ago. After reporting to the association, Madarame has agreed to the police's request to turn himself in.
Right on schedule.
Wasn't he on TV the other day?
So did I tell you? Huh? Nothing to worry about.
On top of charges of abuse to his pupils, Madarame is under suspicion of claiming their works as his own. Some doubt the validity that his maiden work, Sayuri, was stolen, believing it was used for fraud. This large-scale criminal act has caused a great shock to the art world, and...
That old man's done for.
After the conference, Madarame was taken to a police hospital for interrogation due to his age. However, initial psych evaluations state that he is mentally sound and likely responsible for his actions.
There's no need to be nice to an old geezer like that.
Why'd he spill the beans himself? Doesn't that seem weird?
My god, everyone... Okay, I guess... No, I was gonna say, I guess it's more believable this time because it's the second time in a row it's happened, but no, because these are two unrelated events. You have, if it were another teacher at the same school that confessed, maybe you'd be onto something. But still, it's people who've done terrible things, finally buckling under the weight of their sins, and confessing their crimes. These things happen. I don't know what to tell you.
A group calling themselves the Phantom Thieves posted a dubious note at Madarame's exhibit. The police will investigate their relation to this case, but for now, did not identify them as suspects.
Phantom thieves? Do these bandits have something to do with that old geezer's
Like, I'm sorry, like, genuinely suspicion for what? What do you think? It's like, I guess maybe they suspect the confession was made under duress, but I don't, that's not gonna lead you, like, okay, cool, you found a note outside the place. That doesn't get you anywhere in terms of actually being under duress. That's just, ugh.
Oh, I've heard of them before. They supposedly steal evil hearts. It's why the culprits apologize.
Like, okay, this is on par with police showing up to a murder scene, and they see a red balloon there, and they're like, ah, a red balloon. Does this mean that it's Pennywise? It's like, Pennywise isn't real. What are you talking about? It's like, but look, a red balloon. Like, as far as they're concerned, the Phantom Thieves, I don't know what they think they do. It doesn't, I don't know. I'm guessing there's gonna be something revealed later in terms of who else knows about the metaverse, because that's the only way I can explain how some people are taking this so seriously. Because I don't know what the hell Makoto thinks is going on. There's no, like, with no knowledge of the metaverse, there's no reason for anyone to suspect anything about, in regards to us as Phantom Thieves. Because there's no way we could have done anything to them unless you know about what the metaverse does.
Wait, what? Steal hearts? That's impossible, though.
But I feel like I saw something about that online, too. They sent out a calling card for real.
Oh, so it was like, we're going to take your heart? Oh, that's impressive if someone really did that.
Phantom thieves, huh?
Phantom thieves again.
You again.
You guys see the news about Madarame? It's just like what happened with Kamoshida.
As we expected, yes.
And they mentioned the Phantom thieves.
As we expected, yes.
Man, this is starting to get interesting. If we do it right, we can change people's hearts. With this power, we might be able to do more than just getting back at society. It'll be a big deal. Let's keep pushing on then. As for me, I hope we just keep getting more and more famous.
Something like this happening twice is massive, too. It's too great a coincidence to occur normally.
If we continue doing this, we'll definitely be able to give courage to everyone who needs it.
We may want to quiet down a little.
Really? Really? The officer just stopped right next to us. Okay.
You moron! Those are attendance officers.
They stopped right next to us.
Hello there. May I speak with you for a moment?
Okay, fine. They wanted to. Okay, fine. That's. I thought it was gonna be that they were just having a walk, and then they just decided to stop and chill right next to us. But no, they actually want to speak to us. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, there we go.
Ah, yes. How can we help you?
Sound a little more suspicious, why don't you, An?
That monotonous acting of hers never fails to send a chill down my spine.
What are you all doing here? Are you friends?
What? What are you high school students doing, spending time with each other? What are you, friends? I mean, I guess that in this world, friends are a bit of an odd concept, as we've learned from Makoto, who was baffled by the concept of friends, but still, it's like, what a weird thing to ask. It's like, what are you people doing? You're spending time together. What are you, friends or something like that? What? Well, I mean, obviously the asshole answer is, what do we look like? But being snarky right now is not a wise idea, so I guess this.
Is that so? And how would you do that in a place like this?
We were just discussing where we should go.
Well, all right. Just make sure you disperse before it gets too late, okay? There have been some odd happenings lately, and the news about that artist has caused quite the stir.
We'll be careful.
Why are we letting An speak first? Like, An's awesome, but she's terrible at not speaking. Interacting with people in a non-suspicious manner, I should say. That she's not that skilled at that. It's still, oh yeah.
Hey, don't go making stuff up on the spot like that, okay? I totally panicked because of you.
My choices were, what do we look like, or we're delinquents. I don't think you understand how shit my other options were. My other options were saying, yeah, we're totally delinquents, which is being snarky. It's like, nah, man, we're not friends. We're totally delinquents, ready to mess up the town. And the other was, what do we look like to you, idiot? Neither of which are a great idea to be saying in a situation like this, so I picked the least terrible option.
From now on, we'll need to be even more cautious than before. Look at us. Right after the second Thieves incident, both prior victims are meeting up.
Wait, you mean people might be listening to us?
It'll be fine. Look around, we're the only people worrying about it.
I guess you're right.
By the way, Yusuke, you able to get anything out of Madarame?
But what more do you need after what we just heard?
Remember how he was talking about that suspicious person? In
Okay, fine. I thought I was saying like, hey, have you gotten any more word on legal charges and confessions? Like, you just heard him confess in front of the whole world.
Well, I pressed him for answers, but he doesn't even understand what happened to him to begin with.
It's not like he actually saw his desires get stolen after all.
It's rumored that he may be sent to prison. In that case, gaining information will be difficult.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'll be leaving that house. I can't draw in such a place anymore.
Do you have somewhere to go?
The school dorms. I can stay there free of charge thanks to my fine arts scholarship.
There's dorms at the high school?
A scholarship?
That's a new one.
That good?
Although, Takamaki-san's house would do as well.
You know something, Yusuke? We were just warming up to you is a bit of a stretch. We had just evolved past the phase of you saying creepy things, and then we're going right back into the pits of torture again.
You know, You could ask her to model for you whenever you wanted.
Ryuji, don't encourage this, please.
You moron!
Then again, now that Yusuke will be living alone, it'll be easier for us to meet up whenever we want.
For the time being, we should wait and see how this case plays out.
And it'll probably take some time finding a target as big as Madarame.
Anyway, we should just act like normal students while we look for our next target, okay?
Well, acting normal appears to be a bit of a struggle for you based on what we've seen so far, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Trusting that to you again, Ryuji.
Alright, guess it's just more prep till then.
I swear to God if that's Makoto. Oh my God! No, Joker, you did not see her. You did not see her. You did not, no. I don't know if you saw, but he turned around and looked in Makoto's direction after she left for like a split second. It's like, no, you did not hear, no.
So after Shiho Suzui, you did it again for someone you barely knew? You were sent away twice, almost reported to the police, and yet you still wanted to save him. Moreover, you ended up in a museum instead of a castle this time. You're still going to maintain this rubbish about changing someone's heart by stealing their treasure?
I'm also confused because they simultaneously believe we did something to make them confess, which is something that you could only believe would be possible if you were cognizant of the existence of the metaverse. But simultaneously, in the future, we've been arrested for changing people's hearts, and they don't believe our story about the metaverse. We are missing critical information as to what exactly is going on with everyone else in this world. Yeah, that's probably going to explain all this.
Very well. The truth behind this tale of yours will be clear once your conspirators are in custody.
They're going to say the same damn thing if you get them.
Tell me about this new member who joined your group.
He's shit.
There's no point in being stubborn. It will only damage your position.
Oh, there's no being stubborn here. He's shit. If you would ask me longer at the beginning of the episode, I would have said, well, he's getting better. But then after that little wisecrack about staying with An, it's like, okay, so you're still shit.
The identity of Madarame's pupil can be easily discovered with a little investigation.
And yet you haven't done it at all.
So you won't sell out your accomplice? Fine. There's still much more that I want to hear. It was around this time that the Phantom Thieves began to truly gain popularity.
Yeah, from 6% to 8%.
Lies flooded the internet. Things like the Phantom Thieves saved me too, or I got a calling card. For heaven's sake, those lies made the collection of intel take almost 10 times longer. Now your next target was this man, Junya Kaneshiro. He doesn't compare to the previous two. Even the police had been struggling to apprehend him. So, exactly how did you take down such a well-guarded criminal? Tell me.
I could, but you'll say the same thing. Let me run you through what'll happen. I'll say, we went to the metaverse and we stole their heart. Then you'll say, that's stupid, that makes no sense. And then you'll say, alright, so your next target was this person. And then I'll say, we went to the metaverse and stole their heart. Then you'll say, that makes no sense. And then rinse and repeat until we reach the end of the game and this all gets linked together somehow. The summary of the story, yep. Alright, so I guess we're ready to start headed towards our...
The suspect has repeatedly testified that he does not have any recollection of his actions. A full psychiatric evaluation will be performed to further investigate the crime's details and motives.
First, Kamoshida at Shujin Academy, and now Madarame. I found a number of points of commonality between the two. Both, for example, were sent a calling card before their unforeseen changes of heart.
I see. But isn't tying their cases to the series of psychotic breakdowns jumping to conclusions? Furthermore, the police will frown upon you stepping into this.
Now isn't the time to be worrying about things like jurisdiction and honor. We need to dig deeper and find a correlation among the incidents these past 2-3 years.
Very well, I leave it to you. However, you must not let this interfere with your regular duties.
Okay, this is... I still have a lot of questions about the actual proper world building that's going on here. This is like, these people have done terrible, horrible, awful, no good, very bad things, like Kamoshida and Madarame. So you'd think that when the police like when they walk, when these people walk in and confess their sins to the world, it'd be like, oh, so that's great for us. That makes our job easier. And then they investigate and they find out that everything they confess to is true. I don't quite understand. Like, especially because this is happening recently, the whole thing with the calling cards. But this has been a thing that's happened for a while anyway. It just makes you wonder, what are you so concerned about exactly?
Thank you, sir.
That damn woman just had to stick her nose into this.
And I understand that these abnormal incidents have caused some anxiety throughout our country. This situation must be approached with the utmost seriousness. I shall continue to put forth great effort so that every citizen can live with peace of mind.
Not only are there these phantom thieves to worry about, but if that is exposed...
Oh.
Looks like you just texted me. I think you're getting him too. You have my gratitude. Why are you so polite for all of a sudden? I truly am thankful to you for making me come to my senses. You owe us more than just one. Indeed, I will return the favor someday. You're one of us now, man. We'll be counting on you, okay? Of course. If anything comes up, we won't hesitate to lend a hand. Well, I might hesitate a little bit. Well then, see ya. Alright. And another one bites the dust. He didn't have to go through all that trouble to thank us. He's such an honest guy. Did you remember what happened when we met him that first time? Anyway, that went well for our first job, huh? It was a huge success. So that said, you got time after this? Oh, am I about to massively eat my words? This seems like story stuff, not just like casual free time hanging out with him stuff, right? So we'll still be fine without the chariot persona? Hopefully.
You know.
Thing is, I got some free tickets to a darts lounge in this guy I know. I totally forgot that they expired today, so you want to go right now? Regis, didn't we just finish talking about how we need to be on guard? Come on, it's just darts. Don't you want to play Tomb Morgana? The cat's gonna play darts. If you're just going to play, then I guess it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's head to this darts lounge or whatever it is. Lead the way, Ryuji. Yeah, I'm on it. The place is in Kichijoji, so we gotta take the train first. I've never been there.
Oh.
What, for real? There's a bunch of different shops right outside the station there. Just one stop away from Shibuya, so let's head for the Inogami line first. Okay, I'm gonna hope that I don't need to have my chariot persona and that this just constitutes as like a... I imagine, you know what, I'm gonna say this probably counts as a story thing because it's going to unlock a new area for exploration, which I doubt they would lock behind whether you have a persona or not. So I'm gonna say with confidence that we will be fine here, even though I don't have a chariot persona. But I think we'll be fine, and I think the assertion that we won't be able to actually spend proper time with Ryuji will still be fine for the most part. Alright, well, let's go. Let's go to the Inogami line and see. These stairs will take you to the Inogami line. This is the way to Kichijoji. I'm getting excited. Alright, let's go. And so, a new area has been unlocked. Popular with men and women of all ages, the streets are lined with shops. The unique styles on display may intimidate newcomers, but all are welcome.
Now, we're heading to an area that's outside of where your commuter pass works. So make sure you've got the fare. Do
we have the fare? Okay, that's barely anything compared to the insane amount that we're being charged for from freaking Kawakami. I think we can survive this. The school commuter train pass allows you to travel for free on 2 railway lines, Yongen Jaya to Shibuya and Shibuya to Ayami Ichome. You will have to pay a fare to travel outside of these areas, so make sure your travel plans accordingly. Now, we have to factor in, on top of all the other budgeting. Oh my god, you're such a creeper! Why are you everywhere? You're literally everywhere. In every scene, you're all over the goddamn place. You're such, I get that it's your job to stalk us, but it doesn't make you any less of a stalker, just because it's your job to do it. My god, look, she's just standing there like a douche, look at her, she's just standing there like an absolute creep. So what I was gonna say before I lost my damn mind was that this, in addition to budgeting everything else, now we have to budget the damn train fare. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start working a lot more if I want to be able to afford all this stuff. In addition to everything else we gotta buy for the main palace infiltrations. So this is Kichijoji, huh? You can tell it's nothing like Shibuya just from the atmosphere alone. Well, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of shops here that you can't find in Shibuya. Not that I really know. Seems interesting. Right? Oh, it's got your attention now, huh? Anne's not here because she's busy, but I bet it'd be fun to come here with some more people. I think the Darts Lounge is 1 block up from the main street. Since we're here, I won't say no to checking out a bunch of the other shops along the way. I don't know that we have much, I don't know that we have the money to be able to buy shops for the time. I said buy shops, to buy things from the shops at the time. So we're just gonna go straight to the Darts Lounge. Oh my god, you're everywhere! She's just... I also like that we can't actually turn the camera around to... Hi, who are you? Oh, that you're right here. I was gonna say you can't turn the camera around to see where she is, but no, she's right there. What a coincidence! You're so crap at this. Anyway, we're just gonna make a beeline for the Darts Lounge, which appears to be not in this direction. We need to go through here. We'll head down this alleyway. Looks like it's gonna take us right to where we need to go, which is right up here. What is this? This is an optician. Well, we don't need to do that. The place we gotta go is right over here. Oh, here, this is the place. Oh, I'm getting kind of nervous. Hi, you're such a child. Try not to embarrass the rest of us, would you? You don't gotta tell me that. So what's the plan? You want to head inside? Yep, let's go inside. You can now quick travel to Darts and Billiards in Kichijoji.
Alright, Bull! That's a new high score! The center of the target's called the bullseye. If you land a dart there, it's called the bull. I know because I looked up the rules online last night. Anyway, this game's called 0-1. You win by getting your score all the way down to 0 points before the other player.
Oh, so you're not trying to get a high score, but get rid of your score? That's pretty different.
We both start with the same score. Then you lose points based on the number on the board where your dart lands. And you can only win if you get your score down to 0 exactly. You can't even be off by a single point. How's that sound? Pretty sick, right?
So you have to be able to calculate your score properly while making sure you hit the right numbers on the board. This game seems like it takes a lot of concentration. 1 point? Come on. You have to straighten your arm out more and...
We will not be spending much time here. This is not a place we will be spending much time in this game. Playing darts has never interested me in the real world, and it interests me even less in this game.
I was just reading this flyer. It says, darts is a party when you play in pairs. You team up with someone and alternate throwers when it's your turn. You still use the same rules I told you, though. Hey, what do you say we give it a try?
Since there was no option that says no, may as well be nice about being forced to do something we don't want to do.
Whoa, a bull right off the bat? Man, talk about an exciting opening.
Like, I don't know, this is just never something that's interested me.
Here goes. Don't underestimate an ex-athlete. Hell yeah, triple 20!
Whoa! He hit such a tiny spot! Quite impressive, especially for you, Ryuji.
Is there like a bowling alley we can go to instead? Maybe a golf course?
We're almost down to 0 points. Let's really focus for this last round.
Possibly a paint drawing tournament?
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! 0 points right on the dot!
That's no easy feat. You really do have something special going on.
Man, this is so fun.
I'm glad one of us is enjoying this.
You're on the line, the pressure's insane, but it makes you want to do your best for your partner.
Oh, that did a thing? That did a thing. Okay? Very happy that we didn't need to have the chariot persona for this, because that would have been awkward if I screwed myself over that easily. Baton Pass rank 2, damage up, HP recovery. I feel like I understand something better about pairing up, something better after pairing up with Ryuji. Okay? I will happily accept these things. The higher your Baton Pass rank, the more powerful the effects will be when performing a Baton Pass. Rank 1, damage dealt, heal HP after Baton Pass, even more HP, recover SP. Wow, that's awesome. That's much better.
Based on the looks on your faces, I'm guessing both of you got something out of this game.
Yes, I did get something out of it, just not what Ryuji got. Ryuji got enjoyment, I got stats.
Even if it is just a game, it can be some kind of training, depending on how you play.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Well, I do always have the Phantom Thieves on the brain. Let's keep practicing together here.
Let's not.
Oh, let's invite everybody next time.
Let's not, unless our plan is to use Yusuke as the dartboard.
Man, all this just from me asking you to meet me here? This is like, you know, one of those strikes of good luck.
Is it though?
A stroke of good luck. Why would it be a strike? Who would protest having good luck?
Ooh, what's that? Oh yeah, they have pool here too.
This game could be useful too, depending on how we look at it.
It's already pretty late,
It's
though.
pool.
We can come back and play it later.
You're whacking a ball with a stick, slowly. What do we do? Our definition of training is getting very loose here.
And don't forget, we got a couple free tickets to play today, but next time you'll have to pay up.
We have to pay for this? No, we're not paying for this. To do this for free was already getting ripped off. I'm not paying to throw darts at a board or whack a ball with a stick.
But it was super fun, right? Oh, I really want to play again sometime. Well, we should head home for the day. Thanks for hanging out.
Like an air hockey table? I'll take an air hockey table or other arcade games. I will not take standing around throwing darts at a board for an hour or slowly walking around a table whacking balls with a stick over and over again. Air hockey, let me tell you, some of the games I've had with arcades, some of the games I've had with friends in arcades of air hockey. Air hockey's intense, man. If I remember correctly, you transfer lines at Shibuya, right? I heard customers say it's gotten pretty dangerous over there. Don't let yourself be a target, got it? It's really gotten that unsafe, huh? That said, you still want to check out Kichi Joji at night, don't you? Don't worry, worst comes to worst, I've got your back. Yes, the cat will protect me. Well, I say that, but you could scratch someone's eyes out. Besides, there's a certain delicious smell on that street that bears investigating. I was planning on working tonight to get more money. Picked up some interesting info you might want to hear. Apparently there's this old man who's been causing problems in Kichijoji. If you make one wrong move or say the wrong thing, he flies into a rage and it turns into a fight. If you don't hit him, he lies and says you did and then sues for damage. So he's like a con artist or like a conflict artist. We can't let this guy go unchecked. Only problem is knowing that he's an old troublemaker isn't enough to get us a name. But I did hear that he hangs out in Kichijoji's Harmony Alley a lot. It's just something like a problem. If we don't know his name, we can't make him have a change of heart. Sounds like our next stop is Kichijoji. Yeah, I'm not super, like, these are clearly meant to be side quests that are just extra things you can do outside of the main game. I'm not super jazzed about doing them, to be honest with you. What I'd rather do, I don't need to, you have a speech today? I guess well, my plan was to work, but I guess your thing could also be important, so I guess we gotta do this. It's fine. It's fine, we can do this. We can work another day. Alright, Yoshida, I'm here. What insightful commentary do you have to deliver to me today?
Everyone.
I think we'll go work tomorrow. The plan for tomorrow's episode, I think what we'll do is just to kind of knock it out of the park. We'll do another, I want to kind of space out my Maruki playtime sessions, or I say playtime, my Maruki therapy sessions just to kind of ease into it a bit, so I don't get overwhelmed with Maruki-ness. So we'll probably do that tomorrow during the day, and then during the nighttime, we'll go work at the beef bowl shop to kind of make up for so we can get, because we need money to be able to just keep up with purchases. Like, I kind of want to buy bionutrients again for the plant, because we haven't done that in a while, so we need money for that, and we need money for Kawakami's thing, in addition to all the other things we're going to have to buy in the future. We need money is the point here. Many of you suffer greatly from this sort of world of disparity. Please know that you can direct your criticism and outrage at me. Toranosuke Yoshida will someday find a way to address your concerns in Nagatacho.
Good evening.
Oh, magic. How's your schoolwork? I'm giving a speech again today. Think you can lend me a hand with it? If by lending a hand you mean holding up a stupid sign, then
Right away, then.
you don't need me. Yeah, I'm holding the placard again.
Everyone.
Like, you really don't need me for this. You could just paste it. Like, you just prop it up somewhere. Passing on the societal ills we have created to the next generation is not right. It will take time to solve this problem. However, we must start by making small changes. I hope you gleaned something useful from today's speech. Regardless of the audience's size, you must convey your thoughts as if you're talking one-on-one. Was that the whole speech? By the way, I forgot to ask you last time we spoke. Why do you want to become... No, God, no. I do not want to become a politician. That is the last thing on earth I want to be. God, no. But I'm here to improve my speech. So you're a pragmatist. Most people nowadays are. But that mentality of taking action is the quality of a good politician. May I ask you one more question? What kind of politician? I don't want to be a politician. I don't. That's not a thing I want to. That's not on the list of things I want to do with my life. Politics? Politician? No. That's a solid nope for me on that one there, friendo. I appreciate your honesty. Well, you still have plenty of time to figure it out. Ah, yeah, boy. Let me give you some advice. If you aspire to get into politics, you must possess essential philosophy. What is it that you want to accomplish? That is the foundation of a great speech. You do well to remember that. That was helpful, I guess. I'm glad, by the way, my philosophy is...
Very well.
Never give up until your voice is heard. To get your message across, be tenacious in conveying your thoughts to the audience. Have a firm point of view and communicate it clearly. That's the first rule of negotiating. Aha, you have me reliving that fighting spirit I had when I first became a politician. Alrighty then. Like, here's the thing. Some of the stuff I'm just doing because it'll help me out down the line. Like spending time with Kawakami and this dude and Maruki. I guess at least with Maruki, there's the possibility of me being able to share some stories from middle school and high school just due to the nature of how his sessions work. But with this guy, we're just here to get some speech bonus so we can negotiate better. Because we're gonna, let me tell you, if the price of things is gonna keep skyrocketing for things like Kawakami and travel fares and just purchases in general, we're gonna need to negotiate as much money as possible when we go back to our next palace. So this will be helpful. Same thing with Kawakami, whatever her magical ability is gonna end up being.
Right.
So we're gonna need all the help we can get to make our way through this game. Who might you be? Get the hell out of here, no good Tora. No good Tora? They're right, I am no good. My apologies, we're done for today. I feel like learning about the basics of negotiation has served to increase my charm, which I'm assuming will help me out when we get to our next palace. And that's what I hope anyway.
I shall ask you again another time.
Thank you all. Thank you for all your hard work. I'll see you next time. Alrighty then. And here's that phone call all the time, every time. I want to thank you for today. Thank you for holding a sign, because I couldn't have done that by myself. Sorry you had to see me acting like such a coward right after I gave you that self-important lecture too. And I'm quite a stubborn individual myself. I hope today's incident was at least a good example of what not to do. What do you think? Did you take anything useful from it? It was helpful. I would not say that last one. That's a relief. I have to say, it was almost nostalgic for me. It reminded me of my early days. I hope our talks from now on will keep giving you the direction you need. We'll hope to see you again soon. Goodbye. I'm not super jazzed. I don't need to see you again soon, but I'm sure we will at some point. Just not right now. So yeah, I think we're still on track in terms of... Whoa, 16%. I mean, I guess obviously it makes sense because Madarame confessed, so it's going to go up, but like, wow, what a jump. All right. Did you see the news? About the calling card from the Phantom Thieves, right? The way it was written, it seemed pretty legit. Have they really stolen people's hearts? I can't believe the Phantom Thieves actually exist. I like how we keep finding increasingly obvious ways to hide this cat. It's so gross and humid. Now for today's train news, today's headlines are... Hotspots of Tokyo. Penguin Sniper is open for business in Kichijoji. What's Penguin Sniper, you ask? A zoo? A pet shop? No, it's a training lounge for darts and billiards. Whether alone or in a group, how you play is up to you. That's that one lounge. Next time we go, I'm going to play darts too. Still, there sure are a lot of shops in Kichijoji. We should take our time to look around when we get the chance. I really don't know what the appeal is behind darts. Even billiards. Like, I used to like playing when I was a kid. Then I grew up and I'm like, oh, I'm not really enjoying this. I just feel like there's way more things there's way more activities like that you can do with friends that are fun. Like, again, going to an arcade with friends, that's, like, I get that that's the nerd in me talking, but still, I've had so much fun just in arcades and, like, fun zones and things like that playing with friends over the years. Morning. The response to Madarame's press conference was huge. Everyone's talking about the calling card. Girls are checking me out today. Maybe they can't help but sense my overflowing Phantom Thief charisma, of which you have demonstrated a burgeoning amount of. Oh, my friend is starting to be popular with all the fly. Oh, no. What's wrong?
For real?
What's wrong? My uniform, man. That's what. We're supposed to switch to summer uniforms today. I knew people were looking at me. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I didn't want to point it out, but it did look like Joker had actually switched uniforms. I gotta go home and change, so you go on ahead. That's gonna be a lightning fast trip for you, I guess. Alright, and I'm looking for a good stopping point. Alright, I get this will be a good stopping point. We're heading into a new day of school. I think this will be a good place to stop. Okay, so I think we made some good progress today. We found a new hangout spot, which we'll never go to. well, I mean, no, we'll go to that town at some point, I'm sure. But that one lounge, don't plan on ever going there ever again. We spent time with Kawakami, learned some things there. We worked. I think we made some good progress today. So yeah, we're gonna keep on the plan. I do want to spend time with. We're gonna try to spend time with Takemi next episode because we didn't get a chance to do that today, and I wanted to. We also need to work again next episode because we really need more money. We need it quickly. So that's the game plan moving forward. Beyond that, the only other thing on the horizon, I want to go spend time with Maruki next time. Probably buy some bionutrients to help out our plants. And other than that, that's all I really have on the agenda for the time being. So we'll see how that checks out tomorrow. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Royal. Also, before I say goodbye, the description is energetic looking guy. I don't know which one of them that's referring to, but neither of those people look energetic in even a minor degree. In fact, I think that might be the antithesis of what they look like right now. Anyway, goodbye!